Star Wars is back, ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to be a non-spoiler review, so don't worry, I'm not going to spoil stuff for you, because, I want to get everyone a fair chance. I will have a spoiler review separate that's probably going to come out on Monday, maybe Sunday, if I can get it uploaded before I go to work, but it's back, and it feels back, and this is a great movie. It is, don't know where I'm placing it yet, but it's comparable with the original trilogy. Right now, I think I got it above Jedi, under Empire, and under New Hope. But that can change after multiple viewings. But it's a fantastic movie, and the first hour is pure gold. That first hour is maybe the best hour of Star Wars possible, especially for new fans if you're coming in. This is an hour that anyone can watch. It's just a great theatrical experience. And that doesn't mean that the second half of the movie is bad. The second half of the movie is really good. It's just that this first half is amazing, and there's reasons why I think the second half isn't as strong. There's definitely some very strong moments in that second half, but I'll get to that in a spoiler review. But there's definitely a one scene that's right in that middle that I feel is the weakest part of the movie, because it feels a bit too sci-fi for me. Which is someone may be thinking, what do you mean too sci-fi? Star Wars is sci-fi. Kind of. It's more fantasy than sci-fi, but that's an argument for another day. So let's get off of any plot details, because no one wants to know about that yet. And let's just talk about all the strong aspects. The soundtrack is very, very good. I'm not going to say great for this. Was only a couple moments where this felt memorable to me. This is also a first viewing, so there wasn't as many new sounds that really stuck out. Like when you're first watching New Hope, I mean, when he's staring off to the sunset, that moment really hits, and I don't feel there really was one of those until later on in the movie. And that kind of is disappointing a little bit, but it's definitely more memorable than the prequel soundtracks, which I can't remember anything from, besides Duel of the Fates, which is probably the best song in Star Wars, so good job, Phantom Menace, for having that. All the characters were amazing. Every new character. I mean, Poe Dameron may have been my favorite character, which is surprising because I didn't really know what to expect from him, or maybe that's exactly why. Finn, I think, stole every scene he was in. Rey is just a super strong character, and it seems like she's going to be the center of our story, which is good because we have a strong female character who's not named Leia in Star Wars, so that's awesome. General Hux, Donald Gleason's character, I thought was very, very strong. Once again, surprising because he wasn't that involved in the marketing. And I think Kylo Ren definitely separates himself from Darth Vader, and especially in that first half of the movie is extremely menacing, and you could tell the differences between what Vader believed and what he believed, and the reasons why each of them did what they did. And he's just a good, strong character, and I like his helmet design. I didn't really like it going in, but I think it really worked in the movie. There is one standout for... Oh, before I get to the one standout for a week, Han Solo, Princess Leia, any returning people that came back, all really strong, especially Han Solo. Han Solo felt like Han. This wasn't like when you're watching Indiana Jones 4 and you're like, that's Harrison Ford just pretending to be Indiana Jones. So it was like, no, this is old Han Solo. This is what Han Solo would be as an old man, especially one that's grown in that time. It's like, yes, I appreciate that, Han Solo. And the rest of the returning cast members did great. But the one standout for a weaker character, just because I felt they didn't give her anything to do, especially for the amount of marketing they gave her, was Captain Phasma. Hopefully she comes back and is much stronger later on, but so far, not so good for Phasma. Should have gave her a bit more due. Don't want to get any more without spoiling it. The cinematography, the shots, is probably the strongest it's been since Empire. I mean, there's some really cool shots, especially like in the trailers, the different flying shots through all the different wreckage and everything. There's some more cool shots like that. The action's filmed perfectly. Almost got into spoiler. Didn't. Everything about this movie is great, and it really rides off feeling like Star Wars, which I really like Revenge of the Sith, so that's coming from me. And I like Revenge of the Sith because it has moments where it feels like Star Wars. This whole movie, even that one scene that I felt didn't fit, and the other half of the movie that I didn't feel was as strong as the first, but it was still very strong. The whole time it still feels like Star Wars. There's never a moment where I'm not thinking like Star Wars, and the only reason that I have the nitpicks that I do is probably because of the prequels, because I'm going in thinking, all right, I want to make sure I actually like this. I don't want to be like those people that came out of the Phantom Menace and were like, hey, yeah, that was a pretty good movie. No, I want to make sure that I was looking and seeing stuff that could be wrong, and then I spotted some stuff, because it's not a perfect movie. It's a really great movie, and a really great Star Wars movie, but there's flaws, and I think that's really good when I can see these flaws, accept these flaws, and still feel like Star Wars the whole time, which, if you watch Attack of the Clones, you obviously can't. Yeah, I loved it. Loved the characters. Loved the story. It was definitely an homage at times to New Hope. Maybe a bit to a fault. I'll get to that, like I said, in the spoiler review. But the plot is very good, and anyone who is just a mild Star Wars fan, not a Star Wars fan, or a super fan like myself, or the crazy fans that are even more obsessed with Star Wars than me, can enjoy. And yeah, it's just a really strong movie that I suggest going and seeing in theaters. But I mean, the kind of money it's making, everyone is already seeing it in theaters. I'm gonna probably see it a couple of times, maybe over the weekend. Definitely gonna see it a couple more times before Christmas. I love it. Let me know what you guys think about it down below. Look out for my spoiler review, come out in a couple days. Please like, share, and subscribe as always. Thank you guys for watching Star Wars and watching this video.